Now that we've read one string from the file, we want to read the rest. So we've started here and we did a get line. Remember that a get line reads all the way to the carriage return. It gets the carriage return and leaves the file pointer right there. Notice how they're working the same whether you're using cin or whether you're using an input file stream. The extraction operator and the get line behave in the same way in either case. They're just reading from a stream. And it doesn't matter to them which input stream they're using. So notice that we got a string, Bill Collins, comma Bill, and we put it in at index 0. Well, now if we want to keep getting one, we need to make sure and move the index up to 1, so the next one gets read into index 1. So to do that, we'll do name size plus plus, and that will increment it to the next one. Now, if we want to read the rest of the file, so again, we want to now read till the end of the file, but we're not using an extraction operator, we're using a get line. Well, we can still use a while, and in here we can put this get line. We can just scoop up the whole thing and put it in there, and then inside the loop, we can do the name size plus plus. Okay, and let's see how that works. And there, it got all the way from Collins, comma Bill to Beth Holland. Let's go see if that's all of them. Collins, comma Bill to Holland, comma Beth. That's what we wanted. And then notice here, it's a little bit different. Remember when we were, maybe we can go back up here, when we were reading the strings or the integers, the integer right after the last one we read, it stayed with that default value, -1. Not the same when we're using getLine. So getLine, notice what it's doing. It's filling that next element with an empty string. And this is, again, one of the things that's different between the extraction operator and getLine. So what's happening here is it does this getLine command, like we put it there, and it does the getLine, reads the end of the file, but it actually stores an empty string in the names array. It does not go in here. It gets a false because it hits the end of that, it hits the end of the file. So this returns a false, so it doesn't increment name size. So let's see, well, let's double check that. So let's go ahead and just print, instead of printing all of them, let's go ahead and print it until just till name size, the one we're keeping track of. And see what happens there. And there, so notice when we do all elements, oops, I didn't relabel it. This is just the elements that are valid. And notice it stops right at the right space. And then, although it fills up that one thing. So we get the right loop. So our name size, this value is the right index. And when we loop, it won't go past. Print all elements. Here we just want valid elements. Elements in the array. So name, the size is the correct value, but it actually fills up one more space with an empty string. And that's just one of the things that you need to know about how getLine works in a while loop.